fingers of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires. But with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Through storms and battle cries, her banners pierce the darkened skies. With bolter hymns the traitor dies, as loyal warriors arise. Saints and psychers bend the flame, every world speaks her name. The Empress rules without shame, as war she does reclaim. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Her warriors march with sacred might, their purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light. In golden fire she takes the field, with truth like steel and wrath revealed. No throne can bind, no lie can sway. She carves the stars a sovereign way. The warp it bends, the weak it breaks, but not her will, no fear, no fate. Where chaos spreads its poison cries, she tears the mask from every lie. Oh, where Empress rides, blaze the sky, torch the void where shadows lie. With blade and soul she lights the fight, the crown of flame, the voice of might. Truth descends, empires fall, she answers war's eternal call. In her stride, false gods will drown, the galaxy kneels to the golden crown. Her army moves in thunder's name, the faithful fierce, the heretic shame. World by world, the old deceit is shattered under from terror's throne to our world's dawn. She fights, she rules, she rides alone. The 40K Empress doesn't ride alone. Warriors of the Imperium followed her along. She is entering an uncharted home of mischief and hidden minds full grown. Schemes and shadows, whispers that roam, lurking beneath each gilded dome. But with blade and will carved from stone, she claims the stars as her throne. Through warpless storms and iron skies, her banners rise where silence lies. With bolter songs and power cries, they purge the void of the traitor's guide. Saints and psychers heed her flame, a golden light no foe can tame. Each system speaks her hallowed name. The Empress lives and wars reclaim. Her warriors march with faith and fire, their souls alight with one desire, to see the throne world live still higher, freed from ruin, rot, and liar. She rides ahead with eyes aglow, where truth is buried deep below. And in her wake the brave shall go, to cleanse the dark with righteous woe. Before the storm that breaks the sky, the weight of worlds upon my shoulders falls. They look to me with hope I can't deny. Through fire and fear I hear their desperate calls. The burden's mine to bear, though I may fall. When everything is lost and hope grows thin, The city crumbles underneath my feet, but in my heart the flame will never die. Each broken soul I vow to make complete, though sacrifice may be the price I pay. I'll face tomorrow, come what may. When everything is lost and hope grows thin, I find the strength that's burning deep within. I will rise above the chaos and the pain, break through the darkness, stand against the rain. No force below me down, no fear. I ever saw the light somehow. I will rise above. They call me hero, but I'm just a man with bleeding hands and a breaking heart. But when the world needs saving, here I stand, ready to play my part. I will rise above the chaos and the pain, break through the darkness, stand against the rain. No force can take and make me bow. I am the soul, the light somehow. I will rise somehow. I will rise above the storm. I will rise above it all. I will rise above.
In the ash of stars and dying flame, a red-haired queen of fire came, with eyes of blue that pierced the skies. She cast down gods, she shattered lies. In golden plate and crimson veil, she walks the void where tyrants fail. A sword like comets in her hand, and none for truth shall ever stand. All hail the flame, the wrath, the light, the empress born of endless fight. No sea, no breath, no traitor's creed shall make her children break or bleed. The warp shall scream, the shining light before the gaze of heaven and sun. She judged not with hate or pride, but sees all hearts, their truth inside. No whisper vile can twist the soul, while she still reigns and keeps us whole. She purges anathemas light with holy flame and burning might. No chaos spawn, no alien kin shall ever breach her light again. The throne of gold, once dim, now burns, as justice speaks and fate returns. The traitors scream, the liars cry, are drowned beneath her war-born sky. All hail the flame, the wrath, the light, the empress born of endless fight. No seed of breath, no traitor's creed shall make the children break or bleed. The worm shall scream, the shadow before the gates of heaven's sun. So rise, O sons and daughters true. She watches all, she fights for you. Her blade shall fall, her will remain till none but honor shall remain.
Yoo-hoo!
Yeah.
Hello, guys. Hi and welcome. Why did the camera sync like that? Jesus Christ. Hi and welcome, guys, to the Peacemaker talk.
Oh boy.
We just have 2 seconds to fix the camera, and we are ready because every time we have to be on camera to fix the camera, so that's kind of a nuisance. But we will be done in a second. So, we are going to, well, basically welcome everybody in the chat. On both channels, we are streaming on Superhero Truth, and we are streaming on our gaming channel. I mean, my gaming channel, because basically.
Yeah.
Actually, this is our setup.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, I also have a throne now. Nice.
Yeah.
You're sitting on the golden throne.
That's not exactly a review, but it's kind of like that. It's kind of like a review.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's more of a rant. I don't know what exactly it is.
It's also a rant.
It's also a rant.
Yeah, we're going to talk about what is the worst, the most degenerate thing that we ever seen in a DC property. Basically, that's what we are going to talk about.
Yeah. And I am one who actually read The Boys, the comic book, so I've seen a lot.
You have seen everything.
I've seen everything, but I mean, I
But-
thought so. Then
Uh-huh.
again, James freaking Gunn.
Yeah,
you know,
James freaking Gunn. I'm gonna remove review because we don't need that.
You have a question, how many prompts made this vid?
What?
The intro, I think.
Ah,
he means
the intro. Oh, I made that with several different things. So I
It's
made
not
that
just with
with
prompts,
2
yeah.
separate sites, many tries, many pictures of me, many faces like this. Smoldering intensity.
With modeling intensity.
Yes,
Yeah.
many, yeah, whatever. Okay, so let's congratulate because we're streaming on both
Yeah,
of these
both
channels. We have
channels.
to say hi to people real quick. So hi to dear Clayton over on the gaming channel. Neon Earth for the 5 super chat.
Yay.
Thank you so much. You're gonna get your Wonder Woman salute. So let's give you that, and then we're going to read what you said. So I don't have a lot of pump right now, but
But
here is
still
your
salute.
yeah, here's your Wonder Woman suit. Okay, so he says hi to Imperial Empress, banger intro song, comp, so hype. I like Peacemaker. I hope it stays better than anything Marvel as of late. Well, you do have to elaborate on that because we're a bit shocked. I actually really like the trailer. But well, we're going to give a bit of a background,
Yeah.
because maybe you haven't seen our commentary on other stuff like that before. So we need like a few minutes to just give you
Also-
context for why we think what we think. And hi
Exactly.
to Clumbering Joey as well. Hold on.
Also, thanks to encyclopedia knowledge, you're going to learn more about the real Peacemaker.
Yeah,
you know.
because this is actually not
Jesus Christ.
Peacemaker.
No.
by the
It's pretty much John Cena doing whatever. he
It's just John Cena, yes.
wants.
So, hi to Dr. Winier over on the Superhero channel. So now we said hi to everybody that are right now here, and we can continue. Okay, guys, so the first season of Peacemaker, we didn't quite finish watching it because we just gave up a lot of the
Profanity. Profanity.
bottom line is that the characters are not the characters that
Exactly.
are from the comic books. They're
Exactly.
absolutely different. They have nothing in common. It's not like, oh, well, it's a bit different. No, no, no. Those are not the
Totally
characters
different.
at
Those
all.
are not the characters.
Those are
Sorry.
just characters by name.
Yeah.
So we were pretty well disgusted with what we saw there, and in some parts it was just too ridiculous. A lot of things were not warranted. Let's say something happens, a dialogue, and it just doesn't belong there. It's meaningless, whatever.
I mean,
And now it's much worse.
now it's even
now
it's
it's
even
much
worse,
worse.
yeah.
That's the problem. We started watching the first episode, and even without the orgy that we're going to talk about, even without this scene, all the lines or whatever the characters are talking about, like Vigilante talking to this guy in the bus, the surveillance van, the surveillance van, about how what he knows about owls. What? What?
I mean,
Why is it there?
I have a question. Why the hell Vigilante, one of the badasses in the DC universe, who you know, it's he was a district attorney, something like the Punisher. Actually, he lost his family from crime, and he decided, okay, if I can't do it as a district attorney, then I'm just going to put a suit and start shooting on people. Great costume in the show. I mean, the costume is great, looks very comic book accurate. Why the hell is this guy selling burgers? Why the hell is he an imbecile?
Yes, why?
Why couldn't it be the real one? I mean, some of you guys said Peacemaker in comic book is boring. I'm happy they changed him. Is that Peacemaker then? Can't we create then an original character? Because that ain't no Peacemaker. I mean, the comic book is not like that. Should he be a deprived,
Piece of trash.
you know, piece of trash drug addict who makes orgies and stuff, which we're going to
Weak-minded
talk about?
idiot.
Weak-minded idiot. So that he's actually interesting.
A very low
know.
self-esteem.
Very, 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 very low, yes. I mean, you know, apparently they try to show how he will raise to be something else, but the way they're doing it, it's not going anywhere.
Well, okay.
Yeah.
So we
Anyway,
established that.
we established that.
The point is, guys, that this is the new DC universe, and James Gunn has a huge responsibility to not dig a hole,
Dig a hole.
like you can
Dig a
hear
hole.
from the cartoon at an Eddie, which is brilliant. But yeah, he has to bring this to life. He has to make it successful. And what did we discover so far? That he is just putting all of the things that he would do anyways if nobody's watching in his things. He always put whatever he likes and not what he was supposed to bring to life. So if you give him any material, he's just going to not adapt it and just do whatever the hell he thinks that it's great. And just using these characters' faces to do it, just like puppets on the screen, which is kind of disgusting actually if you think about it, because if you really love a character like we love Superman to death, and seeing how he was shown basically as Superboy in the movie, very immature, screaming everywhere,
Where is
whatever.
the dog, Luther? Where is the dog?
Yeah, people trying to make excuses for that with different comic books. A lot of them not canon. Some of them were like
Surprise.
well, like other worldly stories, or some writer had a had a run with Superman for an issue, and he wrote a thing and didn't make any sense with previous things.
Yeah, well, I decided that it would be great idea if he dies by sun cancer. That's Grant Morrison.
Yeah, I mean,
You know,
you do have
it would be a
idiots
great idea if he dies by
sometimes.
sun cancer, because what will happen if Superman dies? Hey?
I mean, that
Yeah.
scene where Superman is picking out
Yeah.
nanobots, that's in a comic book actually. But the point is that, yeah, some writers don't have common sense. Like, you can't put such a thing as an obstacle for Superman to deal with, because it's already established that he has a nice breath. He can just blow those things away. Like, what? What are we even talking about? He can just blow those things away. Enough
I mean,
said.
Was the whole city full of lead so that he couldn't see where is crypto? And anyway,
And
I mean, Jesus Christ.
no. Wait. You're going totally a different
Yeah,
way.
I know.
When we first, now we're totally deviating. I just
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
say something
We
so
will.
people can understand us.
We will.
When we first saw the scene about where's the dog, I was like, why cannot Superman just go around the planet, scan the whole planet? It's gonna take very little time for him.
It's in a different dimension.
And and why he can't find crypto this way? Did we forget about all of his powers? But then the movie answers that actually he's different dimension. Okay, great. So this explains it, and then Superman will probably get captured like he did, so he can find crypto. Okay, that is okay. But then why would he die from the nanobots? But he didn't. But I mean, why would he even suffocate even a little bit from that? It's just so ridiculous to even think about that. Why he cannot blast them with his vision, with his heat vision, when they were all over his face? He could just open his eyes and blast them. I mean, they were open. Basically, they went inside. So.
Why couldn't he use a super punch? Anyway.
Yeah, why? So no super breath, no blasting from the eyes. We forgot about his powers completely in that scene. Okay, stop it, George,
Go.
stop it.
I'm just laughing because I'm remembering something that you said before.
Okay, hold your thought.
Superman has to hold his breath in space. No, he has.
No.
But anyway.
He never did that.
In some versions that tone him down in his powers, yes, but not in stuff.
Most
anyway.
versions Superman just can go forever in space. He doesn't need to breathe. He can just sleep underwater if he wants, like in Man of Steel. He was just meditating underwater.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. He doesn't need to breathe like we do. You know, most sources. So
but you know, but he gets scared. He loves. He, despite everything, he wakes up and puts one foot in front of the other. Then this means that he walks like that somehow. Anyway,
okay.
continue.
I just want to finish our expose here,
Exactly.
so we can get to that point.
But his feelings were hurt.
Yeah, at least that scene was deleted. You hurt my feelings like Scooter.
Jesus
That
Christ.
is pathetic. And even David Cornsweet tried to say that, and he didn't feel okay delivering those lines. And then James Gunn had to convince him,
Hail, King of Monsters.
hey, King of Monsters, with the most stupid way to convince him. And of course, David has to agree because he's the actor. And he was like, oh, okay. He was, hyped again to act the scene. But he was right. He said,
He was right.
it was like saying it as opposed to really be like that or whatever. Yeah, David. Yeah, you are on the right track. Say this to the immature James Gunn. Say it. Say it.
Say it.
But no, I mean, he has to be a shoe for James Gunn. Otherwise, what? He gonna get fired or he gonna be labeled as a very difficult actor?
To work with.
He doesn't want that, so he's gonna agree, kiss James Gunn's ass, whatever. But the point is that, the writers that ever wrote Superman, filmmakers, whatever, there are certain things that have to be set in stone when we're talking about Superman. We cannot adapt all Supermans and say that everything is canon, because it's really not. There are certain things that are established with common sense that he has as powers, as a character, how he behaves in certain situations. So we can just point to all the comic books in the world and be like, this is true and this also is true. If it contradicts how Superman should be, what is established of him, what is the status quo, what is the default of Superman. So Superman is definitely not a whiny little bitch like this Superman was. So the point is that James Gunn will always pick what is the most emotionally immature thing he can possibly put on screen. He will always choose that no matter what, and try to pose some scenes or context or whatever as meaningful when they are not, just like he is doing now with this sex scene that is not even a sex scene, it's a huge orgy freaking scene, and he said that is just a moment, it's just a moment, and Peacemaker is going through stuff, so we're going to use.
He couldn't explain it. Yeah, he couldn't explain it.
I just have a bit more.
Thank you, King of Monsters.
And I'm ready. I just have a bit more, and I'm ready.
It was funny. It was funny, really. That's funny to you. Okay, continue. Continue.
Look, guys.
Jesus Christ.
You could find it funny.
Gets a long way.
You could find it funny. This is not the boys. All arguments fall directly on the ground when we say
It's not
this
The
is
Boys.
DC.
Exactly.
You have Superman. Kids are gonna watch that, no matter how stupid
And
it
he
is.
double, triple, quadruple downs on the thing that this is in the same universe. I would understand it if it was like they have in comic books that DC have the black label comic books, which you know when you see the black label, or you know that, okay, I'm going to see more adult stuff, like for example there is adult things, and even then there was not an orgy, you know, even in black label, but you know that you're going to see more hardcore stuff, let's say. Okay, say this is our off-brand hero for TV shows or movies, a black label, and we know what to expect. But he said it. He said it several times. We released Superman on digital earlier so that people who want to see Peacemaker can catch up because they have to know what happens in Superman.
Yeah.
So kids and families who go to see Superman, which at least didn't have an orgy in Superman.
Yeah.
At least it was contained there, you know. It wasn't exactly James Gunn.
Yeah, that's what we missed. An orgy.
You know, we don't have that in Guardians of the Galaxy because maybe Marvel told him you can't do whatever you want. We want this, and this. You're the director. Do this, and what, and great, and things work out there. And but now it's one universe, and you start this universe with Superman, which was I mean, we are kind of 50-50 on that movie, but you know, we like some things, we didn't love it, we don't hate it, you know, some things were okay,
The
others
point
not.
is Superman is like the most
But it's a
morally
whole-
correct
exactly.
hero ever.
And you want to put more people now into the cinema. Those movies has to be for everybody. And you start now with the logo of the classical Superman breaking the chains, and then everything turns and it's the logo of DC, which is supposed to be the new logo, but it's the old logo anyway. So it's James Gunn again.
Yeah.
And he clearly says it's in the same universe. He even retconned the scene of the end scene of the first season, when we see the old Justice League and now we see the Justice Gang, which is a stupid name, really, but anyway. And then we see this. And then we see this. It's not the boys. It's not an off-brand or something. If you tell me this is the black label, expect to see this, and I don't know. Okay, I'll expect to see an orgy, let's say.
Let's say
I
I'm
mean,
still not, but let's say
we're not some kind of a snowfalls that we saw this. No, that's not the point.
You mean snowflake?
Snowflakes, sorry. Yeah, I got passionate. We can watch, for example, Game of Thrones. There are the things there, but that's how the source material is. You have those things also in the books. You can watch The Boys, which the comic books is even more horrific than what we see in the show. At least it has sense, you know. If you know what to expect, then yes, but that's DC, and that's supposed to be one universe. Now, this means that somewhere in the universe of this wholesome Superman that we saw, there is a guy who, you know, snorks drugs and
Yeah.
then
Up
makes,
his nose.
you know, orgies in his house for no seemingly reason. I mean, okay, he's depressed, and he's depressed because a woman didn't tell him it was good.
It was good.
He wanted her to tell him it was good that they did stuff together on the boat or whatever they did in the first season.
He wanted them to continue with their flirt, basically, and she said no. She rejected him, and she went away, and he was depressed about that. But when you're depressed about things, you don't make an orgy in your house.
And 10
Especially
minutes
not if you're
earlier,
supposed to be a
and
hero
10
or
minutes
whatever.
earlier, 10 minutes earlier, you know, yeah, you're very smart. 10 minutes earlier, he was saying that he's a superhero and that he was doing a superhero stuff. 10 minutes before that, that we see. 10 minutes before that, he said, hey, I want to be a superhero, I always want to be a superhero. Show it, prove it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
So the point is that this is DC. This is DC. This is not the boys. It is not something else. If he wants to make the boys, make the boys. This does not belong here. No orgies belong in the current DC universe. If it's connected, it doesn't belong there. You can't have Superman and this in the same time. If you like it, if you like degeneracy and disgusting things,
Ooh.
I will totally be very suspicious of your IQ and and your moral compass. But okay, go like it. But the point is that this is not the place for that. you can watch other movies that are about that. But if you're a director that has any kind of a IQ and morals, which
Yeah,
James Gunn
yeah.
obviously doesn't, because we know that since many years before he started all of this, and now he just proves that with Creature Commandos
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this
Again,
and
again,
Superbad, by the way. But
he's taking the characters and he does them whatever they're not. It's an R-rated show. Cool man, Doctor sounds like Winner. Sorry, I don't know. Winner, Winer. Okay, cool. It's an R-rated show. Why is it in the same universe as the not R-rated movies?
yeah, exactly.
Why?
Even Deadpool, freaking Deadpool, had to be toned down because it had to fit to another
And
universe.
to make a character interesting, not everyone has to be Deadpool. It doesn't work with everyone. You know, it doesn't work with the creature commandos who are much more interesting in the comic books, by the way, and you can make a great show about them without having to show me how Rick Flag Senior, for some reason it's Senior, you know, decides to
Yeah.
bang a chick who is actually 16 or 17 or whatever, and there is an awkward scene there, and how is this funny? I really don't understand.
I mean, all the disgusting things that you can ever think of, James Gunn is trying to put them in the DC universe. Because this is his taste. Like,
Yeah.
when did you see a director who does this?
Exactly.
Also, there is no defense against degeneracy.
There is no, really,
There
really
is
not,
there
really
is no
not.
quality, there is
Yeah.
no any value in degeneracy on screen.
Mm-hmm.
There is none. You cannot defend this. It's impossible. So you cannot do this with logic. You cannot do this with anything, and you can definitely not do this when it's a universe that you're not supposed to have this in. You don't even have, like, it has to be cohesive. If the universe is like not rated R, everything from this universe has to be not rated R. It's common sense. It's how it always is.
Common sense, yes.
This is not some edgy comic book adaptations, you know, like the Boys is, or whoever else. There are comic books that are specifically like
I mean,
that.
I will be the first person to raise his voice if you tell me we're going to make a show about the boys, but we're going to sterilize it and clean it up, and I'm going to say that's not the boys. Then you can't do that. I mean, I don't.
Yeah, why
I like
not?
the profanity in the comic book, but then it's not those characters.
Just make it about
We
bonbons,
can't
candy.
put candies and make them, you know, like
Unicorns.
relatable superheroes. Then it's not those characters, which is the case in here.
Yes,
you know.
well, just like you can't change the Boys and make it not rated R, it's the same with this guy.
I get that, Dr. Winner. As I told you, sorry if that's not how it should be pronounced. Yeah, I get that this is what they're trying to do in the context of the show. I get that.
But
There are
they
better
shouldn't.
ways to show that. There are just better ways.
No,
Especially
they
for
shouldn't.
him. They shouldn't
They just shouldn't.
show it in that.
Should be off limits.
There are really better ways to do that. Especially, you know, what will happen for the people who think that's in the same version. How would I do it? I wouldn't show the orgy. Simple. I wouldn't show the, you know, the drug, the and everything else. You know,
I mean, maybe he drinks
let's say, okay.
like Iron Man. Maybe
Let's
he
say,
drinks.
okay, that's a bit better, you know.
But he went to the extreme. You have to know nuance, extremes. You guys don't know nuances or extremes or whatever. You have to know what is bad, worse, middle. This is like the worst. There is nothing worse than this. This is the worst.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if somebody was a blob on the screen and explode like violence. Doesn't matter that much. But these things, that is true degeneracy now. I mean, killing is one thing, but to show an orgy on the screen is a totally different thing. You cannot make the difference because, I mean, between that and this, between gore, blood and gore. Blood and gore can be very made to not even make an impression on you. It could be very just almost like a splash and something happens, but it's not that bad. I mean, all depends on how they film it, how they show something, how long they linger on it. There's
Yeah,
many
you
TV
can,
shows that
you can imply things, you know,
Yeah.
not show them to the whole thing. I mean, you can't. Hey, hey, sorry.
yeah.
I mean, for example, Zack Snyder also likes showing things happen to women in his movies, in his original stuff, which I don't like. You know, in his.
At least it's not graphic.
At least and it's not shown that you still know. It's still, you know, because we get what is happening.
Still not
You know,
that graphic.
but it's
though.
not that graphic.
I mean, he
at
doesn't
least.
show how the thing goes and anything, but James Gunn will do that. That's the difference. It's the absolute extreme. You can look. I mean, sometimes the camera looks away from certain things. There's nothing like that here. No, there's nothing. And not only that, but he double, triple, and quadruple down on the scene because he showed so many schlongs and so many acts.
Yes.
And he
Pretty much everything.
he makes every single one of them to be absolutely seen.
And also, as I read today, apparently John Cena decided to check some
And that
comic
too.
books of Peacemaker, which are probably two, you know. And he decided that if the character did so much to his childhood, then he's ready to try everything. And that's why he tries an origin, which he's apparently now bisexual.
Yeah. So-
Just for no reason. So again, John Cena decided, you know,
He's an idiot.
hey James, what if he's this actually? And James, sure. Just like David Cornsworth said, man, let's put the trunks on him. Sure.
Sure. Yeah.
Just like he says in the movie, sure.
Sure. Yeah. With the soy voice.
Yeah.
With the soy voice.
Let's do it.
Hey,
Let's do
wait.
it.
Walt.
Hey, Walt.
Gunn did a good job with Guardians. Yeah, although he dropped the ball on the third one and the second one I didn't really like that much. We couldn't stand the animal cruelty in the third
yeah.
one, so we just.
But still better than what we saw.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel at least had some kind of a control there, and he not put
Exactly.
he not put an orgy there.
They knew that. Look, these characters, Guardians of the Galaxy, are not very famous. 5 people, 6 with me, knew about from
Yeah,
comic books.
I
really.
even
really.
didn't know before.
You know,
that.
really. You
Even
know.
I didn't know about.
And at first I saw them in a cartoon, by the way, you know, and then I say, who are those guys? And then I check and read, and you know, okay, good. And not in this iteration, because they are different teams actually. Great. So they knew, okay, this is the guy who can work with those characters that nobody cares about, and he can make them interesting. You know, and he did it, and it works to make Peter Quill, you know, Star Wars, to make him the quippy guy and, you know, the jokester. It works, because in the comic books he was still kind of like that, but not exactly. It works. It didn't work to make.
It works.
It works. It didn't work to make Drax the Destroyer a dumbass with a weird sense of humor. But okay, but it worked for Nebula was great, you know, Rocket was pretty much Rocket Raccoon, by the way. That was Rocket Raccoon. And he knows what to do with it. He knows what to do with the weird stuff. If you give him to direct the boys, he will do it.
Yeah, but again, they will have stupid lines,
Yeah.
which I don't appreciate.
Yeah.
You know?
The thing about Guardians is that he's not the only one who wrote that movie. It's, I think, with other writers. It's not
Yeah,
just him.
But when
you know.
that's the point. So when he has control, full control, not like Marvel, they have control. They told him what to do for a lot of percentages of what he's supposed to do. But when he's the freaking CEO of DC and he has full control on what he wants to do, then he goes full on degenerate. And this is exactly what we said that it's gonna happen.
Yeah, Dr.
Before
Winner.
he got Superman.
The show needs to appeal to the largest audience because James Gunn said it's part of the main universe.
Which means
which
it cannot
they
be
want.
R-rated.
Exactly.
It
And they
cannot.
want the large audience. They need the large audience. You know,
Yeah.
that's why shows like that and Creature Commandos don't work. You know,
Because they're nobodies. Nobody
first of all, they're
cares
nobodies,
about them.
and yeah, I mean, and I don't think that Peacemaker was kind of, you know, weak character in the comic books. Sure, in the first type that were from Charlton comic books actually, because they bought it, DC bought it after that, you know, and that's how they got him. Sure, yeah, but later on in the version in the 80s, he actually is pretty interesting. He find out that his, which is by the way in the show, he finds out that his father was a Nazi. Actually, he changes even his name because he's very ashamed of that. He even thinks that he sees him as a ghost who tells him what to do, which turns out not to be true. he decides, okay, I still want to make peace at any cost that I will have to. That's why he starts to use the weapons and stuff like that.
So that's much
But he's
deeper.
not a deprived character, and you see
Yeah.
how he grows. There are no scenes in that comic book that you see, because you see the logo of DC
Yeah,
with
so
those, not the
anytime.
Black Label, for example.
Exactly. So first argument, when a universe is supposed to be not R-rated, it shouldn't be. And when something from this universe is, then it shouldn't be there. Shouldn't happen. It's a mistake. It's bad. Second, there's no value in anything that is degenerate. There's no value in showing orgy on screen. You cannot tell me that it's very meaningful that we have an orgy. There's, I mean, growth of a character can be shown through stuff like what he mentions here in the comic books, real things from life, not the complete depravity of human nature. You don't need to see that on the screen. He can be sad, depressed, but he is showing us somebody that's supposed to be a hero, a complete train wreck in terms of his emotion, to such an extreme, because again, this is an extreme, it's not in the middle, he's not a little bit, such an extreme that he's willing to invite in his own house a bunch of people from who knows where
Yeah.
that he doesn't know, being completely responsible to his own safety and the safety of everyone, make
mean-
an orgy. I mean, there's
The-
nothing on your brain that says an orgy in your day-to-day life unless you're some kind of a crazy person
Yeah.
that has some kind of a sexual fetishes to the and not balanced in his emotional maturity at all, not grown as a person, someone that's extremely low in their intelligence and literally their emotional maturity levels. So we are watching somebody that's not only not a hero, not even a little bit, but someone that is so down and out that he's ready to do things that are absolutely in real life. If you know such a person, you'll be creeped out, disgusted,
Totally.
and will not want to ever
Totally.
see this person again, let alone trust him with your safety, because he is a great marksman. Who cares? He's emotionally
cares?
unstable.
Absolutely.
He should be in an office with a therapist, prescribe a few thousand types of pills, and then get after he gets more stable, hopefully, he should get a dog.
I mean,
and stop doing anything else.
Even the idiots from the Justice Gang said it. So he's a total psychopath, and things like that.
Yeah.
And that's another thing. All those characters were made total idiots too. All of them.
The other thing is, guys, Peacemaker shouldn't even be here in the first place.
Yeah.
We shouldn't have a season 2. Nobody watched season 1.
Shouldn't have a show
Nobody
at all.
cares
I mean, I like
about
him.
this guy.
I liked him in the Suicide Squad 2 movie. Because the idea of the Suicide Squad, that works. You get those characters that are kind of, villains, anti-heroes, okay. Not all of them very popular because you have to kill them off, which is what they used to do in the comic books. At one point, they put the famous characters and then decided we can't kill them now because these are our famous villains. But anyway, so you take these more obscure characters. That's why the second movie kind of worked, because James Gunn again knows what to do with that. And he worked there. And when they said that there's going to be a show about him, and said that the guy with a helmet, why do we need a show about what you're going to do with him? And apparently he made this,
That guy is the bottom of the barrel. That's the point. So not only that, in today's time, studios decide to bring to life characters that nobody cares about, but then make their own spin-offs for no apparent reason. There's so many characters that never had a good chance to shine, never had like more than 2 or 3 movies in their whole run, since we can make movies like that. Like The Flash, it had
10, 7
7
or something like that, yeah.
7 movies? What?
Seasons. Oh, the show. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm talking about movies.
Ah, okay, yeah, sorry. I
Like
was
even
reading about the
Superman
comments.
didn't have enough movies, and Batman had a lot more movies. The Superman didn't even had like that many movies. All the
Yeah.
movies that we know mostly are the old Christopher Reeve movies, and there's one modern 2006 with Brandon Routh that was pretty mediocre at best. I mean, then we have Man of Steel, which we absolutely appreciate, but the point is that it's not like normal Superman movie. It's a bit more like a bit of a different take of the world that Superman is put in, because it's more grim and dark, more cynical world, and he's put in this world rather than more light or whatever world. And now we have an idiot child Superman. So we don't even have like the full-fledged I mean, yeah, we don't have like good movies about Superman, enough good
Yeah,
movies,
I mean,
let alone having more spotlight to B level, C level, bottom of the barrel
exactly.
characters. Like, why would why is
I mean,
this
why
here?
really? Why the? Because Doctor Winner, you said about the Clayface movie that is going to be related and things. I don't think that this actually was part of the DCU that they're doing now. I think it's actually an off-world story. I think James Gunn said it recently. Although with him, anything could happen, could not be.
He
But
constantly
anyway,
makes stuff up.
but that's the things. But that's the thing. Why the Creature Commandos? Why Clayface? Shouldn't we focus on movies with the main guys? You know, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Okay, we recently had Aquaman, so maybe some. Why these guys?
I mean,
How
Aquaman
I'm
is at least a lot
ready.
bigger than this guy.
I'm ready to see. I like the other movies, the old movies with Aquaman, but I'm ready to see an Aquaman movie with an actual Aquaman and not Jason Momoa playing himself.
Playing himself.
I'm
yeah.
totally ready for that. I want to see the blonde guy with the. I don't care. We're going to make it long, short, with the beard, with the hook hand, just to be, Aquaman.
Yeah, and
Just
not
to be
Jason
Aquaman,
Momoa. I
not
mean,
Jason Momoa
would
playing
you like the
himself.
movies? The
Yeah,
movies are great.
you know.
Both movies are very entertaining. They're great movies. But again, Jason Momoa is just playing Jason Momoa, and that's not what an actor should do. And that's not why you pick an actor to play a role. Now he's very suitable for Lobo, and
Yeah.
it's a great casting.
Great.
I hate
That's
the
best
Mac
decision ever, by the way.
Yeah,
Really,
he should be
yeah,
Lobo,
should be low.
not Aquaman.
Yeah.
I like Danny DeVito as an actor, but I'm not gonna pick him to play Superman unless I want my audience to be retarded idiots that will watch that, and I'm like, oh, my target audiences are idiots. Let's put Danny DeVito as Superman. No standards at all. Let's all be crap. Absolutely no quality.
Dr. Winner, don't read recent Nightwing runs. They're really not so good. If you want to know the character, you have to go back to the older stuff. So you can't judge the character by the recent stuff, actually.
Yeah.
But but that's the thing. I think Walt said it in one of the comments up right there. They should just follow the blueprint with the cartoons from the 90s and early 2000s, with the Batman the animated series, with Superman, then with Justice League. Just
They're
give us those
perfect.
characters.
They're
You already
perfect.
have them there. You already have them.
Yeah, they're perfect.
Just use that. Yeah.
The animations are perfect representation of these characters.
Yeah.
Batman animated series is Batman. How it's supposed to
Totally.
be.
How it's
Superman
supposed to be, yeah.
is Superman.
Superman.
There's nothing to wonder about. You have episodes upon episodes. They can draw from that. And actually, you can see on Twitter, there's a guy that makes some comparisons. He actually took a lot of shots of this old Superman animated series, and he compared them with some of the shots that Zack Snyder did in, I think, Man
In
of
Man of
Steel,
Steel.
BVS, and some of the shots are almost identical. He did take inspiration for how things are framed, shown, falling from the sky, whatever. So you can actually see those things brought to life, but nobody even noticed any of this. So it's good that there's such people on the side note that can do these things, and you can actually see that he did that. So we already have episodes upon episodes showcasing Superman and Batman in different situations with their different villains from the comic books. You have everything brought to life, how he acts in different situations, how Lex Luthor as well, by the way, acts as a man, as an evil man. He's not a spoiled brat child that screams, cries. He's like, oh, they discovered me.
He pushes
so
the
Oh my God.
pencils down because he's very angry.
Yeah, and everybody are trying to pick them up like this is so pathetic.
It's a totally different thing in the animated series where that there were destroyed computers from I think it was from Brainiac, and the guys around Rex say, Mr. Luthor will need years to get everything back up running, and he says you have 2 weeks.
Yeah.
and I say, that's a Lex Luthor
That's
right
Lex
there.
Luthor, yeah.
Or a scene in which Superman gets inside his office,
Like this.
not destroying everything. He just gets like, I think he was also holding a weapon that he found because Lois was abducted, and he just put it on the desk and says, "This time you went too far."
This time you went too far.
And it's not, and Lex, you went too far and you hurt my feelings.
Fifis.
My fifis, Lex,
fifis.
how dare you getting poisoned? Where is Lois? Oh. Anyway,
My fifis.
so my fifis.
Yeah.
And yeah, why not starting with the main guys? That's really what I want to ask. Who cares about Clay? I like Clayface, guys.
But really, who
it's
cares?
a great villain. But a movie just about him. What is this now? Are we going to pull off the Sony tricks? We're going to make a movie about Craven, about Morbius, and they're going to be kind of anti-heroes, but then...
They did that.
And they did it.
That was horrible.
And it was horrible.
I mean, Craven the Hunter, one of the worst movies
Horrible!
I ever seen in
Horrible.
my life. That was not even a movie.
Horrible,
That's
yeah.
just a bunch of scenes put together and people staring at the screen or staring at themselves, and they're like... And as a viewer, I'm like,
Yeah.
so this is a serious scene? So he's just staring? What's the context?
Apparently.
Oh, he already likes this girl. But
yeah,
he
yeah,
talked to
oh,
her
yeah.
2 times. Okay. What is happening? Oh, he already killed his father and now he has his lion vest and now he all of a sudden doesn't protect animals anymore. He's gonna be evil. Is that a hint? He's on the throne? What the heck is happening? This movie is over now. Oh my gosh. What did I just watch?
Yeah. Dr. Winner, listen to King of Monsters, what he said. That's a good read to start if you really wonder when to start. That's a great,
Yeah.
And
We gotta go back and watch the old things, guys. You will see
Absolutely,
what we're
totally,
talking about. You will
totally,
see why
yeah.
we're so passionate. We
Yeah.
have grown up with all of these things before, and they are the true representation of
yeah.
DC. This is not it. This is a parody. This is a laughing stock. That
Exactly.
is why we're so passionate about
I mean,
this.
again, I said nothing against if you make it. This is our black label things. In those productions, you're going to see, orgies, depravity, whatever, everything for everyone. It's a free world.
We work for depravity.
Apparently, but when you make it in the main universe that you want to get a bigger audience and things like that, it's just you can't. You simply can't. Okay, Clayface movie, because I forget about that. Clayface movie, but who cares? First and second, okay, why not starting him? Just put him in a Batman movie as a villain. We never had him as a villain there. He doesn't deserve his own movie.
That's
What
a
am I
side character. That's the
which
point.
version is it going to be also? Because the version from the animated series is the best, but he's an amalgam of 3 characters, of 3 Clayfaces, or 2 at least.
That's a side character.
Which one are we going to? It's a side character. You can't base a movie. It's going to be horror.
Side characters
Who-
are not supposed to be main characters.
But if I want to
That's the point.
watch a horror movie, I'm going to watch a horror movie. Here, I want to watch superhero movies. Put him in a Batman movie as the villain, secondary villain, whatever. Put him there, make Batman fight him. I will be very happy.
Yeah, okay, I just want to answer one question. Are you generally opposed to sex in media, or was where you're not a fan of this portrayal? If you didn't get it by now, we say that this just doesn't belong in the current DC universe.
That's it. Yeah.
That is it. We are not opposed to all sex and all media, but also there's a way to show that with taste. Doesn't have to be degenerate. Doesn't have to be the most disgusting way of filming or showing something. Something does not need to be shown. Sometimes it depends on the context, but things could be done with a lot of taste and even wisdom. Depends. It really depends. There's many intelligent directors, writers, whatever, who would show a sex scene in a very tasteful manner and still be very impactful for whatever reason that the scene is created. Like Henry Cavill even said that sex scenes, if they are meaningless, they shouldn't be on screen. It
Exactly.
has to have
Exactly.
a meaning.
Exactly.
But this was not about meaning. This was about shock value in a universe where it's not supposed to be a shock value like this at all.
That's what I thought back in the days before I watched a Game of Thrones. From everything that people told me, because people apparently the people who told me don't know how to explain stuff, and I thought that that's what the show is, just those scenes for shock value. Then I watched the show and say, oh, but in the context it actually works. That's the idea of the show. That's how it works also in The Boys. Those things actually have the meaning. That's why they are there. It's not just for shock value. And even James Gunn could not explain it to the questions.
It's even
why did you
worse.
put there? He said it was a moment. So even you can't give me a meaning, James. Why did you put it there?
Yeah.
Even and Dr. Winner says you can make side characters super interesting though. Totally.
But
Totally.
when they are
But they have to be who they are. In Batman the Animated Show, Clayface, as I told you, it's made more interesting because it's an amalgam of two different versions and a spin of the people who made the show, and they decided we can make this villain more interesting. He stays a villain. He stays a side character. It's not Clayface the Animated Series.
also
And he stays interesting. They made Mr. Freeze more interesting. And everybody said, but that's the definitive Mr. Freeze now.
But do you know why those definitive versions or whatever versions even work? Because they're next to their hero. You can't make side stories with them exploring their nature without. They have to go with their hero. A villain goes with their hero. So this is supposed to be a movie about the hero, and the villain is there to be great as the villain. But this is how they should be there, a sandwich. You can't separate the sandwich and say, now this part of the sandwich goes there, and it's gonna be a long part of the sandwich. Now all of a sudden this is this part of the sandwich. No, it has to go. They have to go together. So
Absolutely.
that is why it doesn't work to make a side character a main character, because they don't have the hero there. Like when you make a movie about Venom and it's not Venom, it's a parody of Venom.
It wasn't
It's very
Venom.
funny,
It wasn't
cute,
Venom.
adorable Venom. I mean,
Adorable, I want to hug him.
I
We eat
like
chocolate
Venom.
together.
I like that Venom, but that's actually not Venom
actually
at all.
not Venom,
That's
yeah.
the thing. I like that portrayal, because it's not the portrayal, it's totally different Venom. So I would say this is not Venom, but I really like him. But I want to see a movie about Venom, at some point with Spider-Man. That's how really Venom works. That's how he's supposed to exist. That's the whole point actually of Venom. He's not supposed to exist outside and without Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Again, later he has his own stories with Carnage or whatever. That's fine. But in the beginning, when you present Venom, he has to be with Spider-Man. That's how it happened in the movies.
Yep.
It wasn't a great movie though, Spider-Man 3. But
No.
that is why they work. Like Darth Vader, Luke Skywalker,
Exactly.
Batman, Joker. I don't want to actually watch a separate movie about the Joker. We saw an otherworldly story. It was a great first movie.
But here you go. But that's R-rated, but it's part of a different universe.
And even that doesn't show everything
Yeah.
that they
And even
could
that,
have
yeah,
shown.
yeah.
They could have, but they didn't. You don't need to go there. You can imply stuff. You can have a class. You can be very disturbed. I mean, to disturb your audience in some kind of way without showing explicit things on the screen. It is a movie maker talent to do this, have class, and still give you all the necessary feelings, emotions, and just to make this huge impression on you without so stressing you out and scarring you for life is something on the screen that you can never
Yeah,
freaking
yeah.
forget with your eyes.
Yes.
Like, I actually have that when the freaking Spartacus TV show, the first few
Jesus
episodes.
Christ. Yeah.
There was an episode, a scene that I will never forget. Okay, I'm just gonna say it real quick. And I watched that only because Lucy Lawless, because of Xena, because I love Xena. I love Lucy Lawless, she's an amazing actress. And when she plays a villain, she plays that thing like, I don't even have words. She's so amazing. She is menacing, she is evil. Like, she's the most evil thing I ever seen on screen, you can say, with all of her evil roles that she ever played. So there's a scene, she is agitating another woman to kill another woman in the same room, and there's a marble floor, a beautiful marble Roman floor there, and the other woman is, squeezing that other woman down her neck or whatever it was, and just smashing her head down the freaking marble floor. And Lucy is like, ha ha ha, keep doing it or whatever. I don't remember exactly. Just remember that they showed, because Spartacus was extremely graphic show, and a lot of that was CGI. But sometimes, guys, they shown a lot of the times, actually, every 2 seconds, there was flying guts in slow motion for such a long time that it was not only ridiculous, deprived, and disgusting, but it was just very, very bad for your psyche. The way that it's filmed is just meant to be extremely disturbing, extremely. And this time they showed this woman's head smashed, but I never seen anything like that in any horror movie. Not that I watch all the horror movies in the world, of course I haven't, but I watch horror movies, even watch The Ring, where the girl with the hair, and when she killed people, their freaking face was disfigured and just fell off. That was much worse, much, I never, like I said. So when you do that on purpose and you show that on the camera and just linger on it, you don't remove the camera, you just stay there, that image, you want your audience to be extremely disturbed, and that is not okay. That's not how you do movies. You can be shocked, but this is not the way. I think this is deprived filmmaking. I don't approve of it. I will never approve of it. And that's not entertainment. It's not entertaining to watch that. I'm sorry. It's not. And I even talked to this guy that was showrunner on Twitter back in the day. And he said that he's gonna make the deprived things the way that he wants, because that was his vision. I'm like, you're sick in the head, man.
Totally.
Because we
Much like James Gunn.
yeah, we understand how a writer thinks. We also wrote things. We are very creative people. We made a lot of things. It's a totally different story. But the point is, we understand what is it like to create your own stories and characters and be a creator. If you're a deprived person, you're gonna put those things there. If you're not, you're gonna strive to show something else, something better, so you can inspire people and make them feel good and make them feel curiosity and wonder and all those things. You're not want to show this. That's the worst thing in humanity.
Back in the days, people were actually capable of doing movies and show without needing to put the deprived stuff in it. I mean.
And I want to say thank you to dear Clayton,
Hey,
who
Clayton.
just super chatted with 20 Zar. Thank you so much, dear Clayton. You're getting your Wonder Woman salute. I'm just very passionate about those things. Spartacus was hardcore, yeah, and the excuse for Spartacus was that 300 was like that, so they want to make this. No, 300 was not like that.
It wasn't like
300
that. Yeah.
Kind of
It really
hard to
wasn't
watch
like
at some points, but there was style,
And-
there was grace, there was intelligence there. I mean, they were cutting each other. There was slow motion. It was
Yeah,
cool.
It was cool.
Zack
It
Snyder
was
got
actually
famous
great action. Yeah.
for that. But what they did in Spartacus,
The only moment that 300 is hard to watch,
is that
we know what
ape
that
scene.
ape scene, and that's because of Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
That it's not in the comic book. After I watched the movie, and I read the comic book before that many years ago, and I said, "Wait, I don't remember that." So I grabbed the comic book to check, and I said that's not here. So Zack Snyder, it was him again. And yeah, I like the movie, but I said, why do we need it? That okay. How do you guys feel about the Superman and Lois relationship in Snyder versus Gunn universe?
It's bad. It's very bad. That's not Superman and Lois. They're supposed to have a harmonious
Except
relationship.
in the end. We like the end
Only
scene.
the end. The end is great. You can see actual Superman there when he talks with Lois.
Totally.
He even has the voice of Superman.
Totally.
He stands
Yeah.
like Superman. He's like, Miss Lane, could you take the interview or whatever interview? He said
Should we
something
go there
about.
for the
should we-
interview?
Yeah, should we go there
It's
about it?
much like, that
Yeah.
reminds me of the Christopher Reeve, like,
Yeah.
who said even with a serious tone when he talked about his X-ray vision, he said, "You're wearing a pink underwear." so yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well, sorry, I'm
he
so,
could.
I'm so,
could.
I'm so passionate about that. Sorry. He could have said, "You're in a pink
Right?
underwear."
Yeah. Pink underwear, Miss Lane. Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not a simpleton.
So
He's Superman.
So the end was really okay. And then I felt like, okay, now we have something. A problem for me it was, okay, they were together 3 months or something that they said. Did they even communicate it in those 3 months? She didn't know that he was listening to punk rock, which is another.
They also
you know.
broke up or something like that a bit. Somebody said they broke up.
They didn't know stuff each other. Why, if okay, she knows that he's Superman, why was she against what he did? She of all the people must understand him.
Yeah,
Must
must
understand
be
why he's
supportive.
Superman and what she of all the people. That's who should be your support.
Yeah, I thought that there was a dog.
Also, they were arguing, and apparently they argued them before because they just had a fight exactly, but not this couple.
They don't have fights like regular couples.
Not like regular couples, exactly, like better couples actually.
Yeah.
Because how, this happened, and before she said that every time we argue, which implies that
Implies that they argued
that
before
they-
a lot of
before,
times.
a lot of times, okay. And she said you pout, you frown, you take your stuff, and you go away.
That's a child.
And that's a child. That's not Superman.
Yeah, that's not
That's
even
a child.
Superboy.
It's not even a
honestly.
man. It's not even a man.
Yeah.
Okay, as a couple they argue.
They shouldn't
Communicate.
though.
They shouldn't though. Okay,
shouldn't.
but let's say that these
Superman and
do
Lois.
it exactly. But okay, let's say they do it. What should he as a man and her as a woman do? Discuss the thing.
Work it
Don't,
out.
Work it out. Don't take your stuff and say, "Oh, it's you." Oh, and I take my stuff now, and oh, okay,
Give
I'll
me
go
back
away.
your stuff, I'll
No,
give you
me
back my
your
stuff.
Yeah. So
And give back your stuff back.
you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's couples argue. It doesn't have to be a big deal.
No.
Common misconception, but okay.
Common yeah. Couples argue if they're very emotionally immature, and a lot of people are. So that's why people think that couples argue because couples argue, yes, but a lot of people are emotionally mature, and that's another thing that is in my specialty. I actually counsel some couples to help them out, but usually the problem that's not the status quo because it's the status quo. It's because people in general are very emotionally mature, and when two people like that get together, they're not ready even for a relationship. A lot of the times, they argue because they're not okay with their own self. They're not confident in their own self. They don't know who they are. They don't have a sense of self.
Which
So
is not
then
what
you
Superman
project
is.
all of those insecurities and not knowing yourself to the other person does the same, and then you see that day to day with a lot of relationships and couples, and then you think, oh, all of people are doing this. No, some people actually are more of a grown-up.
Yeah.
They're actually more emotionally mature, and they actually don't argue. And I can say that also by my parents, which have a great, amazing relationship for so many years now, since a bit before I was born, and I seen others, and I also experienced that as well. So I totally understand how and what is a toxic and or very mediocre relationship and what could be a very good relationship. It's about people psychologically, emotionally growing up and learning how to find themselves first, and then be with someone. Then you will have value to offer to someone else when you are okay with yourself, so to speak, when you're one with yourself, when you understand yourself better.
Which
Then
again is what Superman should be.
yeah, then you will be eligible to connect with someone else and actually understand them, and they, if they did the same, they will understand you. And everybody has to go for that, strive to grow. That is it. So that's it. And Superman is emotionally mature. He's like the most emotionally mature person
Listen
that
to
you can
this
ever.
now, Dr. Winner, because this will
Yeah.
answer your question. Because you said he's also the Blue Boy Scout. He has a whimsy about him. He's innocent. He ain't the best partner, but he's a good man.
What? I mean, he is emotionally mature,
Exactly, because
stable man.
he's the Blue Boy Scout. He's emotionally mature, confident, stable man.
That means discipline.
Who, by the way, because that argument people had a lot. Who, by the way, because most people say, well, that's, a younger Superman. He ain't perfect. He's freaking 30.
He's 30.
And he was established himself as Superman for 3 years.
Yeah.
If people forget the beginning credits in 3 years. which I would be happy
To
to
see.
see in a montage how he was great first before the first battle that he actually
had to
lost.
see how
I
he
would
was
be
great.
happy to see a montage of how he, appears, something like that. Even a small part in the montage where
Like
he,
they did in Fantastic
he-
Four
he-
in the
for
beginning
example,
of the movie.
how he grabs the hand of Lois, takes off the glasses, and she's something like that too.
There could be a
To
lot done.
establish it, and that's it. 3 years as Superman, he never lost a battle.
Fantastic Four again.
If
Fantastic Four was done like Superman should have been done.
if he's like, and he's 30 again, so if he's so emotionally immature, what did he do for those 3 years? Saving squirrels, which is great.
Which is
I will do
great.
that too if I have superpowers. Of course, I save all the animals first.
Yeah.
Before the people, actually.
First animals.
Before the freaking people.
Save all the animals. They deserve it a lot
But
more.
he was established.
Yeah.
30.
30, yeah. He's not a kid.
I mean, I don't know if he had any other relationship before that in that universe, because he had in the comic books
He was
before,
supposed to be with Lana.
so yeah.
Yeah.
Which is, again, a great thing that happened. So,
You
really,
can't.
we can't just say that.
You can't make an
exactly
excuse
because
for that.
that's why they call him the Big Blue Boy Scout, not because he's adorable and innocent and
Because he has
he
discipline.
wants to hook trees, but because he has discipline.
And
Exactly.
wisdom to act. He has a
Yeah.
lot more wisdom. He can read all the books in the world if he wants.
And this Superman was kind of naive, actually, here.
Yeah, he was
which
too
he shouldn't be.
naive.
3 years, he's, not 3 months. If it was 3 months, I would understand that. But then just tell me, because they doubled down on that. Didn't we talk about Peacemaker?
Also, human. Yeah, I know. Also, human doesn't mean to be the bottom of the barrel human.
Yeah,
Human doesn't mean to be emotionally mature. Human, what it means to be human, like they're trying to promote in the movie and push so very hard, means to be the best of humanity, not the middle, the mediocre, the worst, the emotionally mature. It means to be the best of humanity. So he should be the best of humanity, what he is supposed to be. And he is that from the very beginning. When he becomes Superman, he's always been that.
The original idea of Siegel and Schuster behind Superman was that he's based off, and that will answer to your comment actually now, Dr. Wiener. He's based off the book from Nietzsche, the Übermensch, which means the superhuman, who is actually all that.
Exactly.
Is actually all that, and that's what we have to see.
That's the whole
nobody's
idea.
perfect. He is.
He is.
He is, and that's what should inspire us to and strive to be. That's what we have to. Not perfect in that sense, I mean, but to be like Superman.
You see that
confident,
moral compass.
moral compass, emotionally matured, sweet doggy. There is. That's what we should all strive to be. That's what superheroes have to show us. I'll be happy if Peacemaker actually becomes like that, but again, there are better ways to show his journey than this now. There are just better ways to show it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean-
Also, he's a good man. Not the best partner, but he's a good man. Sometimes being just a good man, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's not enough. I mean, my dad is a good man, but sometimes he can be an ass.
Exactly.
Don't tell him that.
Probably,
He knows.
okay.
He knows it. Yeah.
Oh, my dad was also an ass in some moments. I mean, he's a very good man. Love
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, he did make some mistakes as well.
Of course. My mother also loved her. Sometimes she's a douchebag.
But
She never let Superman. I mean, she knows who he is, but
yeah, but that's the point. You have to see the hero try to be the hero, because you see practically how this can be done. Try to make the best choices every single time, presented with a situation, to work for the greater good, not only for yourself, to not be egotistical maniac. All of those things you can do. That's the point.
not to have a harem and orgy.
Jesus Christ. Well, that is James Gunn again coming
That's
out.
James Gunn again, yeah.
Because what he did to Jor-El and Yara was it Lara? Sorry,
Lara.
sorry, I'm watching so many things. Yeah, that was absolutely degenerate. I mean, if we want, we can watch Invincible, and we do. We love Invincible.
Another
That's
great
not Invincible.
example, Invincible. Even in the comic book, here you have tons of blood and gore and everything else that actually makes sense in the context
And
of
we
that.
love the show.
If you make the animated show for kids and you clean it up, that ain't Invincible. Again, that ain't Invincible.
Yeah,
So yeah,
we
here
absolutely
we go.
love Invincible.
Absolutely, totally love the show.
Absolutely love
I
it.
even wonder what are they going to do with the moment in the comic book that it's very,
Degenerate,
let's say, because something will happen to him that
which is very
I
degenerate.
don't know how they show that on TV
Yeah,
and
yeah.
what they're going to do with that. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm scared. I'm scared.
Hell yeah, Wolverine is my spirit animal.
Ah,
Totally see
perfect.
blue and hell yeah.
Perfect. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Okay, guys, we really gotta go.
Yeah.
We said everything that we
By the
needed
way,
to
so
say.
that you don't think that we're just a Marvel fans shitting on DC thing because of my T-shirt, I also have Superman over here. So
No,
we're fans of everything.
we're fans of everything that's
Totally.
good.
Exactly.
And we really like the Fantastic Four because
Yeah.
it was done great. There was
It was
no
done great,
woke
yeah.
stuff in it. It just flopped because people are just giving up on Marvel and they don't even
Understandable.
believe that they can produce something based and good. And all the stupid stuff that Pedro Pascal was talking about, and all the weird interviews with I forgot her name now.
With Vanessa Kirby.
With Vanessa Kirby,
Yeah.
and people behind the movie said stupid things, and everything was stupid and rage bait, and nothing was actually true. And the movie actually was very good and based and not woke. But everybody was already given up by that point. But really, Fantastic Four is much better movie than Superman, and it's greatly structured and it's made like Superman should have been made because it shows a montage. They're already
Totally.
also the
Show the
Fantastic
montage.
Four.
Show me the
and you
montage of
see-
those 3 years.
You see what happened. You see how they were heroes. You see what they have done. Their cool feats of superheroing stuff everywhere. It was great.
Yeah, Walt, 16. I understand you about Pedro, but he did his job and the movie is good. So just give the chance to the movie. Forget that it's Pedro. Watch Little Richards. Where Invincible went work from the beginning, turn his friend gay, make his girlfriend black. Yeah.
We don't agree with that, but
Yeah,
otherwise we
but
love
I
the
do
show.
like,
But
I do like the show, as we say. By the way, in the comic book, his friend was gay.
yeah, so that's not
He
changed.
just doesn't tell him from the beginning. Mark understands that a bit later in the comic books. He's kind of hiding it.
Yeah, but they did turn his girlfriend black for
Yeah.
no reason. So
And
of
she
course,
looks like the actress who is voicing her.
yeah, we don't agree when the actors that voicing a character, I mean, their animated counterparts have to look like them. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Why do we have animation then?
Why do we have animation?
If we have to choose, I mean, unless the actor looks amazing or something special about him, sure. But if it's not, don't change the character to fit the actor. That's not how it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be the other way around. The actor must change for the character. It's an actor.
Totally, yes.
An actor. Like when I'm playing my funny character, Adrisa Marcampuza, the gaming crazy journalist,
You're
you know, I'm behaving like absolutely crazy, stupid woke person.
You mean that you're not like that in real
No.
life? Oh boy.
I'm not like that in real life. That's the point. I'm totally different. But psychologically understand those people and I can act like them because they're so ridiculous. It's not very hard to do for me. I love
Yeah.
to be funny.
Yes,
but
you're right about both sets of parents for Superman in the movie. Yes, both of them were butchered, as we say. Yeah.
both of them were butchered.
Both of them.
They were so stupid looking on that hologram as well.
Yeah, Kal-El,
Whoa.
and he was looking somewhere up. and-
Somewhere up, somewhere.
Did they put the projector somewhere up? Or, Anyway,
So dumb.
and Ma Kent with Quark. She
Quark.
doesn't know how to use a phone in 2020. The fact that if we don't want to offend people, isn't this kind of offensive that what people on the farms in 2025 don't know how to use smartphones? No, I don't think that's the case. Even if they're old, I mean, they were not that old. So
Yeah, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, man. A lot
Really.
of people that are like in their 60s basically were young when these technologies were created in the first place. Like 20 years ago, they were what? 40?
40, for example. All simply that the city hall for the Hall of Justice is in your city, really? Oh, that's amazing. The Union Terminal, the old train station. Oh, great! So you basically have you can take a photo of yourself there as with a Superman T-shirt. That's really great. And something is happening in the chat from Clayton.
Oh my God. Oh, dear Clayton, thank you so much. Thank you for the fluffy boys. Thank
The
you.
Fluffy Boys.
I'm gonna
That's another TV show. The
I'm
Fluffy
gonna buy
Boys.
them amazing barf. Thank you. Thank you so much. You're getting your again Wonder Woman suit plus most muscular.
Exactly.
I gotta go back so you can see it. Yes.
More muscular.
Yeah, more muscular.
So yeah, another point that before we finish, I wanted to point out about James Gunn.
Okay.
The music again. So yeah, because he
music is
cannot
fun.
write good dialogue, and you can't feel the emotions of those. That's why he actually puts all that music that only he likes, probably. You know.
Exactly.
He wants you to have the emotion from the music.
Mm-hmm.
And my first clue actually was super gay. Yes, my first clue was even in the trailer of Superman when he put that new version of
I don't have a
the
pump,
John
guys.
Williams,
Damn it.
theme.
Yeah.
But I wanted more of the John Williams theme in the movie and not the punk rock stuff. Would be nice.
Yeah, would be nice.
Wouldn't it be? Everybody praised that fighting scene of Mr. Terrific there in the desert, which was totally the same as the fighting scene of Yandu in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when he escaped from prison.
Absolutely the same scene. No
But anyway,
originality at all.
okay, great scene with some stupid music, or some people probably like that song because I think it's a pop culture thing,
very
let's
generic,
say,
actually.
but it's very generic, and some people will like it just because of that, even if the scene was him throwing salami left and right. Just because the music is there, especially if it's a favorite song of yours. But what for me would make this scene actually work better, put a superhero score. Jesus Christ, James Gunn.
Yeah,
Put a
we
superhero
actually
score.
had a good rendition of the Superman song that
And I
they
wanted
play after
to
the
hear
movie is
more,
over.
but after the movie.
After the movie is over.
Why not while he was watching the footage of his parents,
Yeah,
in
why not?
the end? Why not then? Why again a stupid that punk rock song and things like that? Because I'll tell you why. Because James Gunn was in a band, in a punk rock band, and that's it.
Everything that he did, including his dog that he adopted, is in the movie. Not the
pretty much.
dog himself,
Pretty
but the
much.
dog that looks like his dog, just
Yeah,
made white.
pretty much.
That's not Crypto. Crypto doesn't look like that. Okay, anyway, guys. Okay, we gotta go.
Good. Yeah, we
It's
finished.
late. But yeah,
Don't watch Peacemaker.
we gotta prep for the morning. I mean, I have to prepare for the morning stream by sleeping. So
Good preparation, yes.
yeah, absolutely amazing support today on the stream, guys. Thank you so much, Neon Earth. Thank you so, dear Clayton. Just amazing.
Amazing, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you, guys. Now let's see the names of everybody that supported the streams and
Oh, we have it on that channel too. Nice.
which one?
On which channel we have it?
On all channels we have the outro.
Oh no.
It-
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
it
good.
doesn't matter. It's the
Alright.
same thing. I agree, the dog was not crypto. Yeah.
It wasn't crypto, yes. It was very cute though and adorable.
Yeah.
It was no crypto.
Oh, I just love how he beat the crap out of Supergirl at the end. That was actually very funny. He just like, yeah, hit that stupid girl, hit that emotionally
that,
immature, another
emotionally
emotionally immature
mature,
girl that drinks.
Drunk girl, yes.
Just hit her on the stupid. Okay, love you guys. Really appreciate the support with me, the 40k Empress and Logan. I actually have a, by the way, new video on the 40k channel. Just released it about the new chaos gods of the 40k universe. If you want to watch that, you can just go to the 40k channel. One of my moderators can paste the link in the chat right now. So thank you guys, and until the morning, if you can watch the morning stream of Elden Ring. Love you. Bye bye.
The 40k Empress leads the way as warriors of the imperium sway into realms where dangers play, where hidden minds hold sway. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes, with faith and fire will prevail, for the imperium must not fail. For the imperium we prevail. Beneath the grand cathedral spires, plots twist like smoldering fires. But with her blade of pure desire, she claims the stars entire. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire we'll prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. Through warp storms and battle cries, her banners pierce the darkened skies. With bolter hymns the traitor dies, as loyal warriors arise. Saints and psychers bend the flame, every world speaks her name. The Empress rules without shame, as war she does reclaim. Through stars and storms we rise, under her watchful eyes. With faith and fire we'll prevail, for the imperium must not fail. The imperium we prevail. The warriors march with sacred might, their purpose burning crystal bright, to lift the throne world from its plight and guard humanity's light.